Good evening, everyone. I'm Connor.
And I'm Wyatt.
We got a lot of news for you tonight, so sit back and relax because you're watching the Yank Tank. Jumping right into it, I guess we have to congratulate the champions of the Barclays Premier League, Chelsea FC.
Their league is not over yet, but mathematically they have reached championship step.
Yay. Congrats. Okay, now moving into some other news. There is a hunt for that fourth place spot in the Premier
Liverpool
League.
and Manchester United at 65, Liverpool at 61. 4-point difference with 3 games left. Should be a very interesting race.
I believe Liverpool will do it. Brendan always likes to come in very, very clutch at the end of the season, and they definitely have the talent and the roster to do it. So I just can't wait to have Liverpool slide right into that last fourth place spot at the end of the season and make Champions League next year.
And Arsenal will finish second. So it's all good.
Congrats. Now jumping into who's you think is going to get relegated now.
Yeah, end of the season. So who do you think your predictions are?
I think we can both agree on Burnley.
Burnley, definitely.
Unfortunately for QPR, I don't see them staying in the league next year. And then it's that number 3 spot though. Who do you think's gonna fall?
I think Newcastle's gonna bite the dust.
Newcastle?
Yeah.
Newcastle's up with 35 points, and Sunderland's at 33 right now. You really think that Sunderland's gonna come up and Newcastle's gonna fall?
I think so. They're really losing their heads and not knowing where they're at right now. It's pretty
I
dramatic for them.
personally think Leicester's going to be the team to go down. They've been at the bottom of the league all season, and really I don't think they're strong enough to stay another
They've
year
been
in
on
the
a
Premier
good
League.
run though.
Yeah, they have, but I don't know if it's going to last. I think Leicester's going to fall. Now jumping into some championship news, we definitely got to talk about how Watford and Bournemouth are locked in. They're going to be in the Premier League next year. Congrats to you guys.
But also, congrats to Bournemouth on being champions.
Yep, for winning the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got to watch out for that third spot, though. There's going to be a playoff, and it's going to be huge because Ipswich Town and Norwich City are rivals, and they're right next to each other, and they're going to go at it, and it's going to be awesome. Hopefully we can see a good grudge match between those two teams in the championship. Now, going into some MLS news, Dallas FC, or FC Dallas, is leading the West with 17 points. They've definitely had a breakthrough season. We saw at the beginning of the year they were the first team to go undefeated for nine consecutive games, and they definitely played very well. Who do you think's gonna do well in the West though, besides Dallas, besides Vancouver? Who's your dark horse of the West that could possibly making the playoffs at the end of the season?
You got it on your jersey.
Real
Real
Salt
Salt Lake. They got the team. They just gotta, they gotta do it.
Yeah, Real Salt
I
Lake.
feel like
they could do it. Kyle Beckerman has
Easily.
led his team to MLS Cup championships, and they definitely have a strong midfield with a lot of experience. But in my opinion, I think the team to watch out for in the West is going to be the San Jose Earthquakes. Chris Wondolowski is very tactical, very good.
Talented.
He has a lot of experience with the U.S. national team, and I think San Jose and their new stadium are going to have a much better second half of the season, and I think we could see them in the playoffs, even making that out of the first round. Now, in the East, who would your dark horse be?
I feel like New York City's gonna come up and
Yeah,
get up there.
NYCFC, possibly
Yeah.
with Frank. That'd be really cool to see Frank Lampard and David Villa and Grabavoy and Mix all in the playoffs fighting against teams like Orlando City and the New England Revolution. My opinion, though, however, I think DC United is just going to stay true and strong and end up winning the East and end up probably winning the whole thing maybe. I don't know if Toronto doesn't step it up anytime soon. Yep. Now going into finally the news on Chelsea. Why don't we bring in our slower friend to talk about Chelsea winning the league?
The worst part of the show.
Hey everybody.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness. So congrats.
Quite the wanker.
Yep. Jose Mourinho still sucks.
See, I don't want to congratulate him. I'd rather congratulate our other Chelsea correspondent because he's a sore winner. So
Yeah.
no congratulations.
I
to
wouldn't
you.
congratulate Chelsea fans. I wouldn't even congratulate Jose Mourinho. I'd probably congratulate John
boring,
Terry.
Boring Chelsea.
John Terry for leading that team and single-handedly winning them the league with a little help from Diego Costa in the beginning of the season
Not too much.
and the stupid Belgian kid, Eden Hazard. But other than that, I would not congratulate any of them.
Nope.
So,
Because you are stupid. Well, as you all probably know, Chelsea have won the league. mathematically, they won the league, and everyone agrees that they deserve it very well.
I
They
did-
fought hard in
does
the
everyone agree?
hard in the first half of the
I
season.
disagree.
Obviously, having to fend
Chelsea
off
is
Manchester
the Floyd
City
Mayweather
very hard,
of English football teams.
facing a very tough Manchester City in second place throughout the entire first half of the season. But thankfully for us, Manchester City lost their form, and we just coasted to a title. Obviously, we had a few tough moments every here and there. I mean, that's obviously given with the competitive nature of the Premier League. But congratulations to Chelsea for fighting hard this season, keeping their wits about them. Mourinho's 18th trophy in 15 years as a manager. John Terry's 14th trophy as a Chelsea captain. And just to bring, just more insult to injury, Steven Gerrard and Liverpool will be giving us the Guard of Honor this Sunday.
Just talking about Chelsea
Thank you
so
so
much
much.
is making me tired. Like,
And
this is just like a natural sleep sedative.
He's like a giant pill of melatonin.
Yeah, it's so boring. Chelsea and it's just so boring.
Yeah,
Really boring,
once again,
Chelsea.
congrats on your 5th league title. We only did that 77 years ago. So,
this is our era.
just
This is our era.
And when you have at least 4 Champions League titles, come talk to me. But other than
Just
that,
a fun fact for you all. Since the last time Liverpool
won the
league,
Champions League 2005, 10
won
years,
the
not
league,
that long.
not even the Premier League at the time, Eden Hazard was born, raised, put into football, signed for Chelsea, and won the league. What a man.
All I'm hearing is 3 Champions League trophies, but it's okay. Going and talking about our wanker of the week.
Get that out of here. I hate that. Get that out of here.
God, it's such a wanker.
God says magic, he wears a magic
All right,
hat.
talking about our actual wanker of the week, it's going to bring us over to Newcastle. I mean, I think we can all agree
having a
wanker of the
fallout?
week.
Mike Williamson.
Williamson.
Mike Williamson, I agree.
Some would say it's deliberate. Some would say it's not deliberate.
Well,
He
why don't we
just-
talk about what he did? Had a late tackle and
The ball was out of play, and he
So
just
was
ran
he.
in, kicked his leg so high, and
yes,
it was bad.
Put
and,
him
and
right
then
into the camera.
John Carver basically threw him under the bus
Pretty much
in his
Said
post game
he
interview.
thought it was deliberate. And
Yeah, I don't think you should say that about your player. Who do you think the wanker is out of the two?
I think Mike Williamson. I do think it was deliberate.
Yes.
So
Okay, well, I understand. However, people really get into the very emotional parts of the game and maybe take things too seriously. I think Mike just made a mistake in the moment. I think the real wanker is John Carver. He shouldn't have thrown Mike under the bus like that. It's his player. He's a manager. It's kind of messed up, and I think it's bad for team morale. And if Newcastle doesn't want to get relegated, they definitely got to bring that up and focus on winning and not about attacking each other.
I actually do believe it is Mike Williamson because as much of a stupid move that was for John Carver, Mike Williamson is a premier footballer. And yeah, you're having bad form, but why would you add to that bad form by giving yourself a red card and a 3-match ban? He's going to miss the rest of the season, which they really need him. And that could definitely secure a relegation for them because of his
my prediction.
very, very, very
my prediction.
unnecessary tackle that could have been easily avoided. And that was their second red card that game, right?
It was indeed.
Shameful.
I just think Newcastle's
Shameful.
too strong to get relegated. I think
They won't.
I think they'll
They,
stay.
they,
I don't
will-
think so.
their form is just awful. They have no sense of themselves. Even with players like Sissoko, Remy Cabella,
I mean, they beat you.
Jose
guys.
Perez,
Yeah,
They did
obviously
beat you.
one of our 3 losses this season, which is the least amount in the top 5 leagues across Europe. So that's only 2 in the Premier League actually versus Newcastle and Tottenham.
Anyways,
So-
we all know that Liverpool is the true wanker just forever.
Always,
And
forever and always.
I think that's all we have.
I just hear not 5 Champions League titles. We have 5 Champions League titles.
I just hear ancient history.
2005,
fair.
2005.
I'm
the
Wyatt.
iPhone was made in 2005.
I'm Wyatt.
I'm Grant,
I'm Connor.
and I'm happy. And keep the blue flag flying high.
That statistic about the iPhone
Don't do that.
may be incorrect.
Fabregas magic.
Okay.
He wears a magic hat. He could have.
God, that was like the most
but he said,
annoying
"Fuck that."
show we have.